What's up, guys? This is Nick and welcome back to Hard Water Propagation. And today we're in the bathroom. We are in the guest bathroom that I've commandeered for my coffee making and brine shrimp hatching needs. And today we're doing a bit of an upgrade on our brine shrimp hatchery. So I have been using these two discs for brine shrimp hatching, along with this LED light. It all worked really well for me for a while here. The demand has just outgrown my capacity for these little airless discs, so I have to ramp up my game a little bit here. So I think we'll just kind of scooch these out of the way here. So, okay, get that out of the way. And upgrade to this.
Nice.
Wow.
So let's get this out of the package and put together. It's beautiful. I happen to have a small heater laying around that may work, but the top is a little too wide and I don't think it's gonna go in that hole.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
And I just need to free up one of the air pumps from one of the other tanks, and this will be ready to go. So I've made a few batches now, and it's going very well. I'm freezing the excess from each harvest so that I have something to feed in between batches, since I'm only running one of these at this point in time. Right now I'm currently kind of experimenting with running with or without an air stone. I did decide to go no heater, and so I am trying with and without this light on it at all times. So just doing some experimenting, see what I get the best results with at this point, but so far so good. The next line of business to attend to is this cloudy tank. Now I've tested the water parameters, everything is perfectly fine, the fish are doing great, but after I cleaned that sponge filter over on that side during one of the last water changes, the water got cloudy afterwards. So generally this is caused by a bacterial bloom or a bloom of some sort. Like I said, it doesn't impact the fish. The water parameters read just fine. Generally reducing light, feeding less. There's a lot of different things you can try to do to combat this. I have done a couple of pretty good sized water changes on this, and I've just seen it kind of continue to get worse. So I do happen to have a UV filter on hand that I had ordered. I saw really cheap on Amazon. I had this happen in my 55 gallon once before, and I threw a UV filter in there and it was cleared up within just a few days. So we're going to give this a try and monitor the progress here. I wanted to share this in particular just because I do see, I don't know why I still subject myself to this, but oftentimes on Facebook groups especially, you'll see people really frustrated dealing with cloudy tanks. You know, people talking about how they're going to leave the hobby, they've tried everything and nothing can clear it up. I just kind of want to show, if somebody stumbles across this video, that it's fairly common. It doesn't harm the fish, so it's not really an emergency, as long as your water parameters are good. And there are several different ways to go about fixing it. So hopefully in the next couple days here, we'll fix this one. So stay tuned. All right, so it is in. It is Wednesday night, and the UV filter has been placed. A lot of extra flow in here. The plants are getting shook up. That'll give the goodyids here a little extra current. But we will track the progress here of the cloudy tank. It's Wednesday evening. We'll check in again tomorrow. 24-hour check-in. It might be a little bit more clear, but that could just be placebo effect. Day 2. Not much progress. Still cloudy. But maybe a little bit clearer? I can't tell. Womp womp. Well, I don't see them out there, so I don't think they're coming. Day 3. I can't really tell. Maybe a little bit better. Minimal results so far. We'll check back in tomorrow. It's a little bit clearer. Okay, it's definitely, it's getting there, but this is slow going. I've missed a couple days. I've probably missed at least 2 days, but it is clearing up. The fish do seem to appreciate the extra flow. I might actually keep this in here, but it does seem to be clearing up. We'll keep tracking. And it's finally pretty much getting there. I'll probably do a water change here this weekend, and I feel like we'll be right back where we need to be. So I'm gonna say this small UV filter is a success. My 55-gallon tank that I used a UV filter on previously, I did use a much larger one, and it was quite a bit quicker. So size matters, apparently, for the UV light and how quickly it's going to address your cloudy tank. But a success here in this, I believe this is a 36-gallon bow front. Starting to look good. And busy day in the fish room. Relocating a 20 long from downstairs up here. And just got done doing a fantastically fancy job of hanging a light up here with this wire stuff that Mrs. Hardwater had laying around. So not quite decided yet what we're doing with this tank, but getting it set up. And lastly here, I mean, if this tank doesn't look shrimpy, I don't know what a shrimpy tank looks like. This is ready. This is ready for shrimps. My Garden of Eden eater order from last week got delivered to our local post office right before the holiday weekend. The shrimp spent 3 full days in Minneapolis. And then once it got to our local post office, the update said the address was wrong. and it got returned to Grant. Not sure what happened. I'm assuming the box got destroyed because even if my name was on it here, we live in a fairly small town here, they would have been able to look me up and get the package to me. So my order was reshipped just today, I believe. So we'll be throwing some of the Grant Eater yellow culls in this tank just to see if we can get some sort of shrimp colony going, because I haven't had success in the past, but I'm motivated, and I think that tank looks shrimpy AF. So we're gonna get into it. And while we're right here, how do we not look at the Cracodon lateralis? They're doing so good so far. They are such characters, very personable. They love baby brine shrimp, and they are doing really good. Love these fish. All right, we got a package today from Aquatic Provisions. I saw the dude from Aquatic Provisions on Jorge's Mexicali Fish Keeper stream. Was interested in learning more about them, and then the name did come up in my discussion with Ed Moats, so that was really all I needed to know, and I figured I would put in an order and check it out. First thing, I just have to say, the packaging tape with the branding and labeling everything, just a really nice touch. Pulled up to the house, this box was sitting out front. I knew exactly what I had, and you know, it turns a regular box into, you know, a branded package. So nice touch there, I think. So let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Cat's gonna enjoy that. All right, so first thing we got here is the Superior Flakes. I've really been liking the flake food in general lately, especially in my Lemia tanks. My tanks downstairs, which are intended for grow out tanks, are getting a bunch of fry. And when I don't have baby brine on hand, it's just been really nice to have good quality flake to break down really fine and to feed. So we're gonna try out their flake food. Angel flakes as well. I do have an angel fish tank downstairs. So we'll give that a go and we'll see how those do. Whoop. So algae discs is a big container too, but just figured I'd try their algae discs as well. I go through all the other algae discs pretty quickly, so we'll see how the plecos and bottom feeders respond to that. Small fry powder. So this is going to be similar to, I believe, the Aquarium Co-op magic powder. So again, handy for some of the tanks with the smaller fish in it. And then lastly here, ooh, what's this? Ooh, looks like a bunch of freebie samples. Look at that. That's a fat freebie sampler. I like that. Okay, so it looks like a little bit of everything else in there too to try out, so that's awesome. But what I was saying is, lastly, I got the three different kinds of nori sheets after speaking with Ed. I'm motivated to try my hand at making some fish food of my own. So I'm going to be giving that a try with those ingredients. So Aquatic Provisions, good looking stuff. Really excited to try everything out. And I will report back how the fish have responded to it. And look, this tank is finally clearing up. Finally. All right, it is Sunday night, and putting a wrap on this video, this tank is finally cleared up. So 2.5 weeks is basically what it took to get to about 100%. And today really was the first day where I looked at it. Even before I turned the light on this morning, I could tell it was completely clear. I am gonna keep this filter in here. I'm not gonna keep it there. I'm probably gonna move it, but it does have an option for running the UV light, only for 4, 8, or 10 hour increments as well. I've had it on full or just on the entire time while clearing the tank, but I can tell the goodids appreciate the flow, so I'm gonna keep this in here. I'm just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. We had surprise fry in the Crocodon lateralis tank. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. Mrs. Hardwater got some amazing footage.
I got it. I got it.
I don't know if you can see him in there or quiet or not, but we've got fry. So I've got a bunch of baby brine in there for them at this point, but really exciting development there. And lastly, we did get our yellow coal Garden of Eater shrimps finally. So far so good. They seem to be doing really well in here, keeping shrimp alive. These are the yellow coals. I'm going to call these Centerville Lemonade. That's going to be our strain here. So far so good. So we're going to wrap up the video with that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.